Hello, I'm Eric Sauvé, President and CEO of the Grant Hartford Corporation. Our mining interests lie within the historic Garnet Gold Mining District, located some 50 miles east of Missoula, Montana. In 2007, Grant Hartford entered into an option agreement to acquire the mineral rights to 23 patented and 122 unpatented mining claims with a land package of over 2,000 acres. The best place to find gold is where it was discovered before. Please join myself and Aaron Charlton as we take a quick look into the mining district's past, the present, and the future of the Grant Hartford Corporation. When gold was first discovered in 1865, the Garnet Mining District was to become one of the great placer strikes in Montana. The boom town of Garnet, Montana came to life and supported a population of nearly 4,500 in its heyday. The historic Garnet, Montana ghost town.
Greetings from Garnet, Montana. My name is Aaron Charlton. I'm the Senior Advisor and Consultant to the Grant Hartford Corporation. Here at Garnet, Montana is the remnants of the old ghost town. This is the Davies store that supplied the picks, shovels, and beans and bacon for the old gold miners. Many a miner spent a great night here. Sure, they had their bottle of whiskey and their gold nuggets piled on the table, and they were talking about extending the drift another 10 feet, blowing another round. When I was 8 years old, on that porch right there, my father with his old typewriter and briefcase full of cigars and cash concluded the deal for the purchase of the Garnet Mining District. He typed up the contract for deed with Ole Dahl, the final prospector of Garnet.
Today, past and present come together as we combine historical geological research and drill data with that from our 2008 and 2009 drill programs. All historical and current data have been entered into the Vulcan 3D mine modeling program. By combining three-dimensional mapping with ore body modeling, we will develop and finalize our mine plan. The data will also be used by our geologists and engineers for the design and construction of a mill capable of processing 250 tons of gold ore per day, as well as providing direction for our 2010 exploration drill program. We anticipate bringing the mine and mill into operation in the fall of this year. What's involved in the gold mining process?
Gold production starts with gold exploration, and gold exploration comes from the drilling. And we drill the holes anywhere from 3 to 500 feet deep. We sample every 5 feet, get a 5-pound bag of material that we then take off to the assay lab. The assayer then crushes and melts it down and determines through the assay process how much gold is contained in that sample there. And then we can tell from that where the vein is. From that information, we plug it into our Vulcan 3D mine modeling software. It designs a 3D image of the vein structure underground. By inputting the assay data, it also then tells us how much contained gold is there. With that, we then develop a mine plan. With that, we then implement the mine plan by using dynamite. We blow into tunnels, remove the material using low-profile equipment that hauls out the waste rock and hauls out the ore. The ore is then taken to a mill, an on-site mill that we're proposing to build and are engineering as we speak. That mill, in the mill, the ore is crushed down to a fine consistency. It is then run through gravity flotation circuits using water, and the gravity then separates, gold being the heaviest element, the gold will fall to the bottom through gravity. It just separates out that, and then we take that concentrate, heat it, and actually pour bars of gold and silver right out of the concentrates. And then from there, that goes to Salt Lake City for final assay and final production into pure gold, which is then certified at a certified assay lab or certified pouring facility. And then that gold is then ready for the market.
What is Grant Hartford focused on today?
Right now we're working on the implementation of Phase 1, and Phase 1 entails the building of a mill capable of processing between 250 and 500 tons a day of material and operating it for, operating 300 days, at least 300 days in the year. That will be primarily for running through high-grade materials. We're currently permitted to do so. We're currently engineering the mill and engineering the mine to be able to feed that mill. Phase 2 is a much larger operation. Phase 2 would be a 5,000 ton or larger per day facility. We're currently in the permitting process of that right now. We anticipate about an 18 to 24 month period that we'll go through collecting the data and in the processing, or in the permitting process. At the end of that time, we anticipate being able to build that mill and have it up and running in about 36 to 48 months from now, in conjunction, and have it running at the same time simultaneously with our Phase 1 mill.
What are the main targets for exploration and development?
One of the most prolific targets on the property is the Nancy Hanks deposit. It was formerly mined in the late 1800s, in the early part of the 20th century. The historic grades of the Nancy Hanks mine were 8 ounces a ton. So we're very excited to get back in and get that mine reopened. We've done some drilling around it and proved up some additional targets, gold targets, that we hope to bring into reserve status. Another target we're working on is the Willie. A little further south, there was historic mining on the property. We've gone up and drilled around it and actually proved up a reserve on that area there, ranging at about 1/3 of an ounce per ton. The Tossman, the Cascade, the Shamrock are also additional targets that we're developing that we anticipate bringing into production in the next 12 to 16 months.
We're busy putting our business plan in motion.
On any given day at Garnett, the Grant Hartford Corporation has a variety of engineers, geologists, equipment operators, busy at work, continuing forward with the development of our projects. Each day brings a little bit of wonder to my eye when the driller tells me that they've intercepted a new vein, or the geologist points out the samples in the chip tray that there's visible gold today. These are exciting things. When the engineers come up and they meet with me and they tell me the mill is going here and the tailing ponds here and the waste rock over there, it's with great excitement that I hear these words, as I can see in my mind the mill itself, the trucks feeding the ore to the crushers. It's near at hand.
What other projects has Grant Hartford been working on?
In addition to the mine and mill development we're doing here in Garnett, we're also building needed infrastructure: water, power, cabins. And these cabins are especially important for our visitors to stay in, visiting geologists, engineers, some of the crews that come up, and especially our investors. They're always welcome to come and visit us here in Garnett.
Why consider an investment in the Grant Hartford Corporation?
There are two main reasons why an investor would want to participate in Grant Hartford. One is, of course, we're a gold company, and gold has been very important over the history of mankind. It's always had a value. It's a place for protection and sanctuary.
Gold has been security for people for thousands of years, and it's no different now in these uncertain times.
With the economy, with the looming threat of inflation, gold is again holding a very important role in investors' portfolios.
I believe every investor should have gold or gold stocks as part of their portfolio.
As management implements its business plan successfully, the lift and the value that will come from that by being an investor early could be quite spectacular.
I'd like to thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Grant Hartford Corporation. We're prepared to bring the Garnett project into operation, as well as explore additional properties in Montana. It's our goal to become the most significant gold-producing company in the state. For a more detailed report on our current status and project information, please visit us at granthartford.com or call me, Eric Sauvé, President and CEO of Grant Hartford, at 303-506-6822.